these dreams are here to help us through life. I've had super lucid dream figures come and tell me that something terrible is going to happen. And I haven't understood it at the time. I'm like, everything's fine. What are they saying? What could go wrong? I'm an eternal optimist anyway. but, but yes. And then a few weeks later, something really tragic will happen, but I will know that it's coming. And then I've got this underlying strength because I know through these dreams as well, I understand that everything is interconnected and there's some sort of meaning and purpose. And so I think, okay, I'm just going to ride the wave. I will get through this. So I think it gives you strength, to be able to live your life.
Sure. Probably the biggest example of that, and something that's carried me the last 10 years. One night, I see this woman, and she's looking right into my eyes, and she's about 35 years old.
Mm,
But next to her is a man of the same age, but he's asleep. And so now I'm profoundly lucidly aware.
mm.
And she says to me, I want you to understand that about 100 years to you is 1 year to me. And so I'm doing the math. I'm thinking she's telling me that she's about 3,500 years old in my time. And then she says, I want you to understand that ancient spiritual knowledge is returning to your system. And I said, what? And she said, ancient spiritual knowledge is returning to your system. And I thought, whoa, well, that's interesting, especially that it's ancient spiritual knowledge. It's not. So anyway, I woke up from that and I realized that I think on inner levels, all of us are aware of this because the woman's awake, kind of the inner unconscious awareness is out there. The guy is still asleep in the outer world. The spiritual knowledge hasn't percolated up to the outer world yet. But this same couple came in a few more, probably 3 or 4 more experiences where they showed me things. But but now whenever anything happens in the greater big dream of the world,
Yeah.
I think, ancient spiritual knowledge is coming as a result of this. And it doesn't always seem to be the direct path that you would hope that people would go to. Sometimes it seems this circuitous path where we have to have some horrible incidents occur in order for people to start to awaken this need and desire for a kind of greater spiritual awareness. And so I hope everyone listening doesn't get depressed by external events. And I think there's going to be some other big external events coming in the next 10 years. But I really want people to understand that I think on the whole, it's for the good of mankind. And so that's how I'm facing the various surprising events of the world is that it's some of these things seem horrible, but they're leading to a better outcome.
Right. Thank you, Robert, for those words of hope and wisdom. Yeah, and I think it really does teach us, yeah, how to be in the world, how to cope with everything that life tends to throw at us. And what would you say from all of these interactions we've discussed today? Just like one final kind of wrap up question. Why do you think these super lucid dream figures come to us? Why do deceased loved ones come and give messages? What is it all about? What do you think?
I would say this is true of waking life, dream life, and lucid dreaming life. We're in an educational system. If you want to know the meaning of life, in many respects, it's greater and greater education. And if you take it in that sort of sense, then you realize that, oh, all of us are growing, no matter who we are and where we are. A lot of times in my lucid dreaming path, I thought I'd achieve the top, and then more horizons would appear. And so we're all on this educational path, and I think if we accept it in that way, then we're much more likely to learn the lessons and to move forward. So I hope that's what we do with all these experiences.
I hope so too. To the grand awakening.
Uh,
Oh,